Hi and welcome back to Exploring Qigong. In this session I will start on the third set of the Soaring Crane Qigong. As you know, if you have been following the program, for each set I actually do some written assignments also. And that is basically because I want to share some more information with you, but it's also due to the fact that if I talk too much about details about meridians and so on during the set, it will take away the experience of actually doing the movements. And I want you to sense and feel all the movements while you're doing them. In this set we do affect what we will call the microcosmic orbit, the Ren and Meridians, as well as the spine. It focuses quite a bit on the spine, make it more flexible. All the places where you might have old injuries, it's not unusual that these injuries will sort of surface a little bit again for a while and then they will disappear for good. As usual, I will show you the movements first roughly and then I will go into a few more details. So to start out with, you just bring your hands, your fingertips to the side of your legs. From here, I bend forward from the hip, sway a little bit in the back, then I round the back, move up again, one side. I do it again, two, and the third time. From here, I bring my left ear to the left shoulder, left, right, and up. I push up a little bit from the front part of the foot, heels off the ground. Here, I bring up my arms, moving up. When they are above shoulder height, then I pull down towards the dantian, move the arms around to the back without touching the back, and then I start moving down to the left foot, up from the right. So I'm basically moving like in a circle, up, down, up, down. I do it 3 times, and then I do it 3 times to the other side. Moving up, down, up, down, up, down. From here, I push up from the feet, stretch down my arms, move up the arms to just around shoulder height, and then I sit down again to here. See, this is the first half of the set. I'll show it to you from the side as well. So I start out here, then I move forward from the hip, round the back, up again. 1, 2, 3, and then I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let go of the arms, let them float up to around shoulder height, then move down again, in towards dantian, the lower dantian, behind the back without touching the back if possible. Then I go down to the left foot, 1, 2, and 3. Then I move in the opposite direction, 1, 2, and 3. Push up from the ground, stretch down the arms, move up, and down. This is the first part of the third set. So if I go into a few details in it, see, when I do this movement here, I'm actually swaying my back first, then I drop my tailbone and I sit down a little bit from the hip. In this position here, I stay down there, then I move further down as I sit down. It's a little bit like when I was a kid, when I went to circus with my parents, they always had this clown who walked out of the stage, and when he walked out he became lower and lower in his height. So this is basically what you do. So you work with the spine. At first, actually what we do is we loosen up the muscles as we do it. Later on, we go in a little bit deeper once the muscles are relaxed. Then we start working with the spine. And then after that, we actually go all the way in. So we start working with the spinal cord. Once I'm down here, I move up. And the idea is that you actually are opening up for the microcosmic orbit when you do this movement here. Move up here, up to the byway. Then the arms are floating up. Should have this floating sensation. And when I move down with my hands, I had the idea like there was a big magnet in the lower dantian, bringing the arms in. From here, I move around in the Meng Men area without touching. See, if I touch here, I just relax to the extent that I may be even collapsing. So the idea is that I keep my arms away if possible. Then I focus on the tailbone. So the tailbone is moving down, way under the ground, like in a circle, moving up from the right foot, in, sitting down to the left, up from the right, left and right. Then you reverse the circle, going down, up, down, up, down, up. Then you stretch. When I push the feet down, I decompress my spine simultaneously as I stretch down my hands. And then from here I move up, just like the opening of most Tai Chi forms, and then I sit down again. So the whole idea is to start making the back a little bit more flexible again, starting with all the vertebrae, from the neck to the chest to the lower back. Then I take especially the neck here, and then I take the lower back using the tail as a guidance for the direction of the movements. As for the breathing, you know that I would normally tell you, essentially just let the breathing take care of itself. Make sure that you are not restricting your breath, not holding your breath in any ways. But the most important part when you get the information about the breathing is that as time passes by and you work with the set, you will find that you, generally speaking, just by itself coordinate the breathing and the movements. So I'll share the information with you right now. So for this one here, I breathe in when I move forward. I breathe out when I sit down. And I continue doing this 3 times. Then in the lower position, I just breathe in and then I breathe out as I move up. Breathe in. Breathe out as the arms are floating up. Breathing in as you have this strong sensation of a magnet pulling the hands in. Breathing in here. Breathing out. Then I breathe in as I move towards the left. Breathe out as I sit down in the circle. Breathing in, out, in and out. Breathing in and out. Reverse the circle, breathing in, out as you sit down. In and out. In and out. When I'm here, I breathe in as I push down the feet, stretching the back, and breathing out. Then from here, breathing as the arms are floating up, and breathe in as you sit down. Okay. As usual, I will do the set together with you where I do it without speaking at all. Because I want you to have the chance to just follow the movements and get a better sense of of the energy in the set, also being capable for you to go inside yourself, feel and sense your body, at least in the beginning. Once you are more experienced, you actually just calm your mind in the Vuchi standing before you do the set, and then you just go with the flow. But of course, in the beginning, you have to learn the choreography, and you have to have a little focus on that for a period. I'll show it to you from the front view, and I'll show it to you from the side view. Also, as usual, when I do the set, I might do them a little bit faster than I normally would do them in my own practice. It's just due to the fact that for most people in the beginning, it's a little bit difficult to do things too slow without holding or tensing up. You can follow me if you feel like it, or just watch me do it. So I start out from a typical Vuchi standing position. Make sure that I'm relaxed, connected to the ground. So we have the earth. The top of my head is just pushing up to the sky, and the man in between the two poles. And also, as usual, when we start out our Qigong set, we always take one breath where we breathe in, breathe out. And then from here, I start. And then I do it from the side view. Okay, this was the first half of the third set of the Soaring Crane Qigong. As usual, I advise you to, whenever you learn something new, practice it quite consistently for a period until you have integrated in the body and you don't have to think too much about the movements anymore. You can use the video here when I do it without any speak and just follow what I'm doing. And as time passes by, you can start do it at your own speed. So you are really sense and feel the movement, and also be aware of that you're not restricting your breath in any way. That's all for now. See you soon and take care.